Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga LJ. My name is LJ. I'm a yoga teacher and a registered nurse, and this is the Advanced Beginner Ashtanga Flow class. This is number 8 of the overall series. So we'll be continuing with the breath work that we started previously with Kapalabhati and Uddiyana Pranayama. And then the focus today will be on Surya Namaskara A with blocks. So the blocks will give us added awareness so we can refine the poses we've been working on. And then Surya Namaskara B, we're going to slow it down with Warrior 1 so we can also refine Warrior 1 and go deeper with the internal cues and alignment. And so after that, we'll be moving on with a couple new poses, Navasana, which is core work, before going to Supta Pandangushtasana, which is going to open the back of the legs and the side of the legs. And we'll go to back bending, and we'll try to work back bending today with the hands over the head, working to feel the grounding of the palms down with blocks. All right, so we'll get started in an easy cross-legged pose. And I do have a kitten running around, so I hope that's not too much of a bother for you guys. So we're going to sit down and allow yourself to feel gravity pull the weight of the body into the earth. And as you ground your sitting bones down, we're going to lengthen the spine, including the mid-back, shoulders back and down, chin slightly back. And we'll chant Om together to open the class. So we'll finish the exhale and then inhale to Om with the hands at Namaskar Mudra. And we'll release the hands down. Okay, so moving towards Kapalabhati. Similar as before, so 30 pumpings. We're going to hold for 30 seconds with the chin to the chest and the chest pushing up into the chin. 3 rounds. All right. So just as a reminder, you exhale the navel back towards the spine. The navel can be the belly button or 2 to 3 inches below the belly button. And we exhale, and when you inhale, it's naturally going to happen after you push the navel back with the exhale. The belly will come out naturally. The inhale will happen on its own. So the focus is on the exhale for the pumpings. So we'll take a half inhale to the navel center, and then we'll start with the pumpings on the exhale. Now finish your exhale, and then we'll inhale, and then hold chin to chest 30 seconds. And then we're going to release the head up. Exhale the breath smoothly. And we'll take 3 natural breaths. So when we do the pumpings, we're still aiming for about a second each pumping. We'll finish the next exhale. Inhale halfway to the navel center. And then we'll start the pumping on the exhale. Finish the exhale. Inhale all the way to the top of the head, and we'll drop the chin down, hold 30 seconds. We'll lift the head up, exhale through the nose, and 3 natural breaths for 1 more round. We're going to finish the next exhale, inhaling halfway, and we'll go. Finish the exhale, inhale, and we'll hold 30 seconds. And we'll lift the head up, smooth exhale out through the nose, and just 3 natural breaths. All right, we're gonna come up to standing. Let's cross the ankles. Let's try to come up without touching the floor, the hands in front of you. So you're pressing the pinky edges of the feet and rocking up to standing. So moving to Uddiyana Pranayama. So we're gonna stand with the feet hip width. And we're gonna take a long, smooth inhale. And then we're gonna exhale the breath. We're gonna hold the exhale out. We're gonna bring our hands to knees. Suction the navel back towards the spine and up towards the ribs. And we're gonna hold there for 30 seconds, dropping the chin down to the chest pressing into the chin. All right? And then after that, we come up first, and then you take your inhalation, relaxing the belly when you're upright. So we'll do 3 rounds. So we'll take a long inhale and exhale. We'll do another inhale. So when you finish the exhale, another long inhale. And then we'll exhale. At the end of the exhale, you're going to hold the exhale out. Drop your hands to your knees. Pull the navel back towards the spine and up. Chin to your chest. You're gonna come up and then inhale, relax your belly. We'll take a long exhale. And then another long inhale. On the next exhale, we're gonna hold it out. Dropping down, pull the navel back, suction, chin to chest. You're gonna come up, relax the belly, inhale. Long, smooth exhale. Another nice long inhale. On the next exhale, we're gonna do the last round. Hands to knees, suction navel back, chin to chest. We're gonna come head up, inhale, relax your belly. And take a couple breaths. I just also want to mention we're going to use the strap today in the balancing poses and for Supta Pandangushtasana. So please make sure you have a strap for the class. If you don't, that's fine too. You'll be fine without a strap. Okay, so we're going to come to standing for the opening chant. Hands to Namaskar Mudra, finishing the exhale. And then we'll inhale to Om. Vande Gurunam Charanara Vende Sandar Shita Svatma Sukhava Bodhe Nishayase Jangali Kayamane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantye Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakrasi Darinam Sahasra Shirsam Jvetam Panamami Patanjalim. And we'll release the hands down by the side. So pressing into the feet for Samastitihi, 4 corners of the feet. And we'll inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold, dropping the head down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, chest up, head up. Exhale, we'll step back for the first one to a high plank. We'll drop the knees, so Chaturanga, engage your core, muscles in the side ribs. Bring your chest forward first, and then bend your elbows midline. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips, below the feet, downward dog, 5 breaths. So we're getting into a rhythm, dropping into the body as we start to release the mind, listening to the sound of the breath. On the next exhale, we're going to step to the top, inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold, drop the head down. Press the feet coming all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. So we're going to use blocks for the next 4 Sun Salutations for the A version. We'll bring the blocks top of the mat, about shoulder width. All right, and we're just going to keep them there for the sequence. So we'll inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold, hands on the blocks, drop the head down. Keep your hands on the blocks. Inhale halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, head up, thighs back. From here, we'll step back to a high plank. We'll drop the knees down, so engage your core, mid upper back muscles. You're going to bring your chest forward first and then bend your elbows midline. Exhale, inhale, upward dog. Pull the armpits back, press your feet, activate your back inner thighs, ears back. And then we're going to press the hands, lift the hips, roll over the feet, downward dog, 5 breaths. So your heels are going to be closer to the ground. Pushing your hips up and back. Straight arms. On the next exhale, we're going to step or jump to the top. So when you jump, same thing, bend the knees, straight arms, look to where you're going to jump and lift the hips. Inhale halfway. Exhale, drop the head down. Press your feet coming all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, arms by the side. Third one, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands on the blocks. Lift your shoulders. Inhale, halfway. Try to have flat hands here, thighs back, look up. And we're gonna jump back. So press your hands, lift your heels. Feel the weight in your hands as your feet are getting lighter. Keep your chest forward as you jump back to a high plank. We'll drop the knees, chest comes forward first, and then you engage your core, mid upper back muscles, bend the elbows midline. Inhale, upward dog. Wide collarbones, press your feet, strong legs. Exhale, lift your hips, roll over the feet, downward dog, 5 breaths. Softening the low ribs in. Shoulders away from the ears. Pressing index finger and thumb for the external rotation of the upper arms. Next, exhale. You're going to bend your knees, look forward, lift your hips. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Press your feet coming all the way up. Exhale, arms down, Samastitihi. Fourth one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, press your palms down. Exhale, lift your heels, keep the weight forward as you jump back. Knees down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Press your pinky finger, index fingers evenly. Strong thighs. And then exhale, lift your hips, roll over the feet, downward dog. 5 breaths. Even weight distribution, hands and feet. Noticing every single breath. Finishing the next exhale. And we'll bend the knees, shoulders back. Press your toe mounds to lift your hips. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Press the feet coming all the way up, hands up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, palms to the blocks. Inhale, halfway. Press your hands down, head up. Exhale, lift your heels. Feel the weight in the hands, chest stays forward as you jump back to a high plank. And then we'll drop the knees, Chaturanga, engage the core, mid upper back muscles. Inhale, upward dog. Roll the shoulders down and back, wide collarbones. Exhale, lift the hips, downward dog. 5 breaths. Finishing the next exhale. Bend the knees. Look to where you're going to jump. Lift the hips. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Press the feet coming all the way up. Drishti to the thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. We're going to move the blocks out of the way, going towards Surya Namaskara B. So we'll inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, straight arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, look up. Ground your palms down, lift your heels, jump back, high plank. We'll drop the knees, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift the hips, downward dog. So left heel in, right foot forward. Make sure your left heel is in at the center line of the mat, 45-degree angle. So the feet are heel to heel alignment. So just making sure your feet are in the right position. Hands down, knee over the right ankle. We're gonna pull the hips back for a breath. So we'll find the back leg. And then we'll exhale, hands in front of us, press your palms. And then we'll inhale the arms up, straight arms. You can go all the way straight up as long as you're lengthening your low back and keeping your core engaged. Pressing into your feet as you lift the upper body. And then we'll exhale, hands down, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. Finishing the exhale, right heel in, left foot forward. Inhale up, hands down. Take a moment, make sure your feet are in the right position. And then we'll bring the hips back straight, the front leg. So you find the back foot, back leg. And then bend the left knee as you press the back foot down. We'll bring the hands together in front of us, hold here. And slowly lift your straight arms, wrapping the arms forward, engaging your core, lifting your hip bones, and reaching up, lengthening the low back. And then we'll exhale, hands down, high plank. Drop the knees, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale back, 5 breaths. Relaxing the mind as you're dropping in deeper into the whole body. Finishing the next exhale, we're going to bend the knees, straight arms, shoulders back, lift your hips. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold, drop your head. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Press the knees into each other, reach the hands up, straight arms. Inhaling all the way up, Samastitihi. Second one. Inhale, Utkatasana. Drop the weight into the heels. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, head up, thighs back. Lift your heels, exhale, jump back to the high plank. Drop the knees, bring your chest forward first, engage the core mid-back, and then elbows midline, exhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left heel in, right foot forward, coming up, hands down again. Just make sure your feet in the right position, lift your hip bones, pull the knee back one time, straight legs, find your back foot, straighten the back leg, spin your back inner thigh, and then bend your right knee over the ankle. Press your hands into each other. Activate the energy in your arms. Now pull, wrap your arms forward, keeping the lift in your hip bones. Wrap the arms forward. Inhale. Grounding the back heel. Exhale, hands down, high plank. Drop the knees, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. Right heel in, left foot forward, coming up, hands down. We're gonna pull the left hip back, straight legs for one breath, finding the spin in your back right inner thigh. Maintain that as you bend the left knee, lift your hip bones, hands in front of you. Activate your arms by pressing your hands into each other. Now wrap your arms forward, upper arms forward, as you pull the triceps back. And keep your core active as you reach for the sky with your hands. Inhaling up, pressing your back heel, pinky edge of the back foot. Exhale, hands down, high plank. Drop the knees, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward, 5 breaths. Softening the low ribs down. Straight arms, pressing their 10 fingers, palms, wide shoulders. If your heels are on the floor, you're lifting the seams of your legs. Very active, strong inner thighs, outer thighs. Finishing the next exhale. Bend your knees, look to where you're going to jump, shoulders back. Straight arms, lift your hips. Inhale, halfway, head up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Press your knees into each other, gaze up. And exhale, Samastitihi. Third one, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Keep your chest forward, ground your palms, lift your heels. Feel the weight in your hands, light in the feet. And jump back in high plank. Knees down, chest comes forward first, and then elbows midline. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. Left heel in, right foot forward, hands down, take a moment. Straighten the front leg, find your back foot, back leg, spin your back inner thigh. Lift your hip bones. Bend the right knee, maintain those actions. Palms together, activate your arms, wrap the arms forward, but keep the core lift in your hip bones. And then lift arms to the sky over the heart center, lengthening the low back, grounding the back left heel. And exhale, hands down, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Right heel in, left foot forward. Coming up, hands down. Take a moment. Straighten the front leg. Find your spin in the back right thigh. Ground the back pinky edge of the foot. Bend the knee, keep your actions, lift your hip bones. Palms pressing. Activated arms, wrap the arms, upper arms forward as you pull the triceps back. Keep these actions as you lift the hands up over the heart center or straight up for inhaling warrior one. Exhale, hands down, high plank. Knees down, exhale, inhale. Exhale back, downward dog, 5 breaths. Going deeper into the awareness of the body with the breath. Keep pushing your hips back as far as you can, straightening your arms. Finishing the next exhale. Keep your shoulders pushing back, bend the knees, look to where you're going to jump. Lift your hip bones. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Press your knees into each other. Ground the feet. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Fourth one, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Lift your heels, stay light in the feet. Ground the hands, drop the knees, Chaturanga, engage the core, upper mid-back muscles. Inhale, upward. Wide collarbones. Exhale, lift your hips, roll over the feet, downward dog. Left heel in, right foot forward, hands down. Take a moment. Straighten the right leg, find your back foot. Spin your back inner thigh, lift your hip bones. Keep everything, bend the right knee, squaring towards the front. Palms together, inhale. Exhale, hands down, high plank. Drop the knees, Chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale, roll over. Right heel in, left foot forward. Coming up, hands down, take a moment. Straighten the left leg. Spin the back inner thigh. Lift your hip bones. Keep that as you bend the left knee over the ankle. Press your palms, wrap the arms forward. Keep your core, lift your hip bones. Reaching for the sky, gaze to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Knees down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, back, 5 breaths. Don't stress. Just noticing and dropping in more deeply, piercing through layers. Trying to maintain the breath, staying present with the breath. On the next exhale, we're going to jump to the top. Inhale halfway. Exhale, drop the head down. Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, Samastitihi. Last one. Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Lift your heels, jump back, high plank. Drop the knees, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Left heel in, right foot forward, coming up, hands down. Straighten the front leg, spin the back inner thigh, ground the back edge of the foot. Lift your hip bones, knee over the ankle. Activate your arms, wrap your arms forward. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, hands down, high plank. Drop the knees, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Right heel in, left foot forward, hands down. Take a moment. Straighten the front leg. Spin the back thigh, ground the back right heel. Lift your hip bones, bend the left knee. Hands together, wrap the arms forward as you lift your core. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, down, high plank. With control, inhale upward, wide collarbones. Exhale, downward dog, 5 breaths. Feel every breath move through the whole body. Finishing the next exhale, we'll bend the knees. Inhale, jump, head up. Exhale, forward fold. Utkatasana, inhale. All the way up, exhale, Samastitihi. All right, we'll jump the feet hip width, inhale. Exhale, peace fingers to your big toes. Inhale, head up. Exhale, drop the head, lift the shoulders away from the ears. 5 breaths, Pandangushtasana. Drishti to the nose as the crown of the head reaches for the floor. More weight to your front toes. Finish the next exhale. Inhale, halfway, head up, straight legs. Exhale here. Inhale, hands under the feet for Padahastasana. And then inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding down, shoulders away from the ears. Pressing into your front toe mounds as you're pulling your hands off of your feet. It feels like you're pulling your hands out of your feet. Feel the breath move through. Finish the next exhale. And then we'll inhale halfway. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale all the way up, Samastitihi. So we're moving towards Trikonasana. We're not going to use blocks today. We're going to step the right foot to the right, stepping to the back of the mat. Heel to heel alignment. The left toes are at 45 degrees. We're going to open chest to left, left hand down, right hand over the head. And we're going to lengthen, right hand forward, left hand back, dropping the right hand to the shin bone. Roll the top left shoulder back and down first. Find the opening in your upper thoracic, head back. Once you have that maximum opening, then stack the left hand over top of the right shoulder. 5 breaths. Straight legs. If you have to bend your knee here, then use a block. Drop your drishti down. Finish your exhale. We're going to inhale up. Keep inhaling as you turn to the front of the mat. Heel to heel alignment. Back foot's at 45 degrees. Open chest to the right, right hand down, left hand over the head. And we're going to lengthen left side, left hand forward, right hand back. Pushing your hips back, straight legs. Left hand to the shin. Find the maximum opening in your front upper thoracic first, top right shoulder back, and then lift the right hand up. 5 breaths. Again, if you're bending your front knee, use a block. Pulling the hands away from each other, wide collarbones. Exhale, drishti down. Inhale is going to pull you up, left toes in. Turning to the back of the mat, heel to heel, we're squaring hips and shoulders to the back of the mat for Parivita Trikonasana. So left hand forward, right hand back. We're going to come forward, again using the shin bone. So left hand forward, right hand back, straight legs, push your hips back. You can also stay here for today. If you can, bring your left hand to your shin bone. Right hand back, open your chest to the right. So your hips stay square as you find the mobility in your upper torso. Pulling your ears back in line with your spine. Maybe your right hand's gonna come straight up. Hold. Exhale, gaze down. Inhale's gonna bring you up. Turning to the front of the mat. Square hips and shoulders. Straight legs. Right hand forward, left hand back. Push your hips back. Ground your back, front toes and heel. So you can stay here, maybe hand to the shin. Find the twist from the upper thoracic as your hip stays square. So your left hip is pushing away from your top left shoulder, away from each other. And if you can, stack the arms, breathing through the pose. Don't notice if you're restricting the breath. Let it move through the density in the pose. It'll break it down. Dropping the gaze down, exhale. Inhale's gonna bring you all the way up. Open to the side and Samastitihi. So moving to Parshva Konasana. Again, right leg's gonna step to the right, arms wide, feet parallel, and then you turn your right foot to the back of the mat, heel arch alignment, so it's a longer stance. Right knee over the ankle. We're gonna bring the hand to the floor or a block today. So up to you. Trying to ground your palm down. Although in this pose, there's not lots of weight on your hand. You shouldn't have a lot of weight on this hand. And you're pulling the shoulder back. Retract the right shoulder. Open chest to left, left palm to the sky. Pause here. Find your feet in your legs, retract your right shoulder. Gaze to the left palm towards your face. up and over the head. Gazing to the left hand, grounding the back foot, breathing through the pose. Exhale. Inhale is going to bring you up. Take the block with you if you're using it. Right foot in. Left toes open to the front. Block outside of left foot. So it's a longer stance. Heel arch alignment. Bend the left knee. Left hand to the block. Not too much weight on this hand. More important to pull the left shoulder back towards the spine. Right hand back. Ground the back foot. Right palm to the ceiling. Keep looking to the right palm towards your face as you bring it up and over the head in front of you. Pulling the left shoulder back as you reach the right hand forward. Grounding the back right foot. Drop the gaze down, exhale. Inhale is going to bring you up. Left toes in, right toes to the back of the mat. Using the block on the medium height, squaring hips and shoulders to the back so the stance is a warrior one, heel to heel stance. We're going to inhale, left hand up, right hand back. Now option 1, elbow outside the knee, hands to prayer. Option 2, see if you can bring your hand to the block. And then bring your right hand back, open chest to the right. Straighten the back thigh. So you're spinning the back thigh. Breathing through the pose. Finish the exhale, drop your gaze down. Inhale is going to bring you up. Right toes in. Turn to the front, square hips and shoulders to the front, block outside of left foot if you're using one. Right hand forward, left hand back, bend your left knee over the ankle, ground your back heel. So option 1, elbow outside of knee, hands to prayer. Next option, left hand pushes the left thigh in to drop your shoulder, right shoulder down, and then see if you can bring your hand to the block. Keep your back foot grounded, open chest to left. Breathe through the density, through the tension. This will open the pose. Lifting the top left shoulder back and down. Drop the gaze down. Come up with the block, left toes in. Release to the side, and then stepping back to Samastitihi, release the block. Moving to Prasarita Padottanasana. So we're stepping to the right, feet are parallel, hands to hips. We're gonna inhale, exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, lengthen here, bring the weight to the front of your toes. Keep the weight there as you exhale, head down, heels of the hands in line with the heels of your feet. Lifting your shoulders up. Elbows midline. Breathing through. Finishing the next exhale. We're going to inhale, straight arms, look up. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale is going to bring you all the way up. So exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, back, hands to hips. Inhale, lengthen the front body. And we'll exhale for B version, head coming down with the hands on the hips. Keep the weight in the front of your toes, and you're pulling your elbows towards each other and lift your shoulders up. Finish the exhale. We'll inhale, we'll bring you all the way up. Exhale here with your hands to hips. Inhale, arms wide, parallel to the floor. Exhale, interlace your hands behind you. Inhale, lengthen, open the chest, front body. Exhale, we'll fold hands up and over the head, 5 breaths. So you're strengthening the front of the legs and you're opening the back of the legs. Finish the exhale and let the inhale bring you all the way up. Keep inhaling, pull the hands back and down. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, keep your hands to hips, just inhale here. And we'll exhale, 2 first fingers, grab your big toes. And then inhale, lengthen head up halfway, straight arms. Exhale, bend your elbows towards your shins, lift your shoulders, dropping the head down. You're pulling on your big toes, and this activates your arms. Feeling every breath move through the whole body. Finish the next exhale. And then we'll inhale, head up, straight arms. Exhale, hands to hips. And then the inhale is going to bring you up to standing. And then we're going to turn exhale, step to Samastitihi. Moving to Parshvottanasana. So you can do opposite elbows, or you can do reverse prayer with your hands if you can. Press into your hands behind you. Also, another option is just to interlace the hands. So find your version. And then the right foot's going to step to the right, facing the back of the mat. So your heel to heel alignment, warrior 1 stance. Lengthen the front body, inhaling. Exhale, we're going to drop the chin towards your right shin, 5 breaths, pushing the hips back. Notice the weight distribution in the feet. Finish the next exhale, and the inhale is going to bring you up. Keep inhaling as you bring your right toes in, turning to the front of the mat, heel to heel. And then you're inhaling still, lengthening the front body. And the exhale will bring you down as you push the hips back, chin towards the left shin, folding down, 5 breaths. So your hips and shoulders are square to the front, grounding the back pinky edge of the foot. Finish the next exhale. Inhale is going to bring you up, and then turn your left toes in to the right side. Exhale, release the hands, stepping to Samastitihi. Okay, so we're working on balancing with the strap today for Utthita Hasta Pandangushtasana. So we'll take the strap and we'll bring it underneath the arch of the right foot. So just step on it with your foot. And we're going to find the left leg first. So lift your right heel, grounding your left foot, left leg. We'll bring the strap in the right hand, left hand to your left hip. And now start to lift your leg up with the strap, holding here. So eventually you want to find a straight leg. So you're working towards straight as your left thigh is straight as well. Drishti somewhere ahead, about 5 feet on the ground, towards the ground ahead of you. Breathing through the pose, keeping your conscious breaths. Finishing the exhale, We're gonna maybe bring your hand closer if you need to for the strap. We're gonna open on the inhale to the right. So you're working eventually towards a straight leg. Left leg is straight, so you're pushing left thigh back. And eventually you turn your head towards the left. You do that once you have a straight leg on the right side, then you turn your head to the left. But you can try and see how it feels today. It does change the pose when you turn your head. Left shoulder is down and left elbow back. Don't let the left elbow stick out. You're pushing it back. Finishing the next exhale, and we'll inhale back to center. Exhale, release the strap. Hold the leg here 5 breaths, both hands to the hips. So it may not be totally straight, eventually it will. It's okay if you drop your leg down a little bit. And you're pulling your right thigh bone in up towards the hip. Left thigh is straight as well. And release. Moving to the other side. So you're gonna step on the strap under the arch of the left foot. And we'll bring the right hand to the right hip. Grounding the right foot down. When you're ready, we'll lift the left leg up, working towards a straight leg. Right thigh pushing back. Finish the exhale, and then we'll inhale, open to the side. Maybe turn your head to the right. Right shoulder, right elbow, back towards the right. Elbow's not splaying out, it's back tucked in. So finish your next exhale, and then we'll inhale back to center. Exhale, release the strap, hands to your hips. So you can drop your leg down, try to find a straight leg, pulling your left thigh bone in towards the hip, and then lift your leg. Right thigh is straight. And we'll release the pose. Okay, so we're moving to Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. That's the other balancing pose with the half lotus. So we've been working on a half lotus. You're gonna ground your left foot, left thigh back, and you're gonna cup your right ankle with your hands. So you're just cupping the right ankle, and you can stay here, option 1. Option 2, if you're comfortable, pull your right heel towards your navel. And you can just hold there. Otherwise, if you're comfortable, you can bring the pinky edge of your right foot into the crease of the left upper thigh, and your knee will drop down. And then your right hand's gonna wrap behind you to grab your right big toe here. So we'll stay standing today, holding half lotus. And release the pose. Moving to the other side, grounding the right foot down, and we're gonna cup the left ankle with our hands. So you can stay here, or maybe pull your left heel towards your navel as a direction. Next option, you can bring the pinky edge of your left foot in the crease of your upper right thigh. And then your left hand comes behind you and grabs the left big toe. We're gonna stay upright today, 5 breaths in your variation. Trying to keep the right thigh, right leg straight. And we'll release the pose. Okay, from here we're gonna vinyasa to seated. So samastitihi. We'll inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, drop the head down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lift your heels, jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. So we're gonna jump to seated. We're gonna cross the ankles, jump, and try not to bring your hips on the floor. So jump, bring your hands back, extend your legs, and then drop your hips down. Eventually, when you jump, it'll float through. Just keep pressing your hands and you'll float through. It'll happen in time. So Dandasana, ground the sitting bones, hands, palms on the floor by the hips, flex your feet, 5 breaths, gazing down the bridge of the nose. We're going to do Paschimottanasana A and B today only, just 2 Paschimottanasana. So we're going to finish the exhale. Inhale, peace fingers to your big toes, straight arms, lengthen, head up. Exhale, fold. So you can fold with your head up, chest pulling forward, shoulders back, or just drop your forehead down to the shins. Pressing into your heels, inner thighs are pressing down into the mat. Feel the breath move through the whole body. So you're tracking the breath the entire time and you just keep getting better at doing it. Finishing the next exhale, we're going to inhale, straight arms, head up. Exhale, bring your hands to the pinky edges of your feet. Push your big toe mounds with your thumbs. And then inhale, straight arms, head up. Exhale into the pose, your version. 5 breaths. Finish the exhale. Inhale, straight arms, head up. Exhale, cross your legs. Hands by the hips. Lift your hips, chest forward. Keep pressing your hands. Try to jump your feet back from there. High plank. Knees down, chest forward first, Chaturanga. Exhale, inhale, upward. Exhale, back, downward dog. Go into Purvottanasana. So again, switch the cross of your ankles. If you did the right or left in front, switch the cross. And don't move your hands. Bring your feet through the arms, coming down to seated. We'll use the blocks again for Purvottanasana today. So about 6 to 8 inches behind you. Your feet are together. Point your toes. We're going to roll the top of the shoulders forward, and when we come up, you're engaging the mid-upper back muscles. So we're going to finish the exhale. Ground your hands into heels. Inhale, the hips up. Press the front of the feet down. Try to find straight legs as you lift your hips up. You really got to ground your feet down. Shoulders roll forward. You can drop your head back. 5 breaths. Exhale, dropping down. Release the blocks. We're going to cross the legs. Lift your hips. Don't move your hands. Jump your feet back to the high plank. Drop the knees. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. So we're going to Navasana. This is a new pose. So switch your cross. And we're going to jump. Don't move your hands. Keep pulling your feet through the arms and coming down. So Navasana is core work. It's called boat pose in English. The full pose, your legs are straight, full pose, but we're going to do a different version. We're going to bring the block between the thighs lengthwise. Squeeze your inner thighs to the block. And we'll hold the other block in our hands. Don't grip, just press your hands into the block. We're going to lift the heels as high as the knees and try not to collapse your low back. So you want to open your chest to the sky, like so. So you're reaching the block towards up a little bit. Squeeze your thighs. Hold for 5 breaths. Release. Keep the block between your thighs. We're going to cross the ankles. Keep squeezing the block with your thighs. Hands to the floor, lift your hips. And come down. 4 more times, same thing, okay? So keep squeezing your thighs. It's hard work, but it's very worthwhile. 5 breaths. Tracking the breath. And notice how the exhales help to engage your core. So use the exhale to pull you in and keep your low back lifted. 2 more breaths. Drop the block. Cross your ankles the other direction. Squeeze your thighs in the block, hands down, lift your hips. And coming down, 3rd one. Hold 5 breaths. Block down, switch your cross, hands down, lift the hips. 4th one, 5 breaths. So using the breath to help you here in this pose. The inhale expands the heart up. Exhale engages your core. Dropping down, lift the hips. Last one, 5 breaths. Drop the block, cross your ankles, lift, and release the block from your thighs. And we'll go for vinyasa. So lifting the hips, jump back to chaturanga, knees down. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. We're gonna jump to seated, so we're gonna cross the ankles. Try to keep your hips off the floor, extend your legs, and we'll come down. So we're going to Supta Pandangushtasana onto our back, and we'll use the strap for this. So we're gonna come down, extend the left leg, point your left toes, and bring the strap on the arch middle part of your right foot. We're gonna press the left thigh with the left hand, and then we're gonna exhale, lift your head, shoulders off the floor, bring your face towards your right leg. 5 breaths here. And then we're going to inhale, drop down, exhale, open the leg to the side, the right leg to the side, without lifting your left hip. Keep your left hip grounded as much as you can, very active left leg. And you turn your head to the left, to the opposite direction. So 5 breaths. Finishing the exhale, we're going to inhale the right leg back up. Exhale for 1 breath, head up towards the leg. Inhale, head down. And then exhale the right leg down. And then we'll inhale the left leg up, strap in the arch middle part of the foot, bring the strap in your left hand, point your right toes, right hand on the right thigh, very active right leg. So we're gonna exhale to the left leg for 5 breaths. And we're gonna inhale, come down, head down. Then you exhale, open your left leg to the side, keeping your right hip grounded, right leg very active and straight. 5 breaths. And turning your head to the right. We're going to finish the exhale, and we're going to inhale the leg back up. Exhale, head up towards the leg for 1 breath. And then we're going to inhale, drop the head down. And then exhale, we're gonna drop the left leg down. And on the next inhale, we're gonna come up. We're gonna vinyasa back for back bending. So hands by the hips, lift your hips, jump back directly. High plank, drop the knees, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, back, downward dog. Jumping to seated. So don't move your hands when you jump. Cross your ankles, drag your feet through the arms with your hips off the floor, and then come down. Just keep working on it, you'll get it. Going to modified Urdhva Dhanurasana. So we're gonna use blocks today just to feel what it's like to ground your hands over the head. And then we're gonna do it without the blocks. And if you're comfortable, you can come up. I'll demonstrate how to come up first, and only come up if you're very comfortable with it. Okay, so just we'll just take it in steps. So we'll start by coming onto the back, and we're gonna reach our hands towards the heels of the feet. And bring the blocks behind you. Okay, so then we're gonna bring you're gonna bring your palms of the hands on the blocks, and your fingers are facing forward, right? So your fingers are facing forward. So adjust the blocks so that your wrists are under your elbows, and don't split your elbows to the side. Bring your elbows midline. So your wrist, elbow, and shoulder are in one line. So we're just getting this alignment today. So maybe you might want to find your hands first and then move your hips and shoulders so you can ground your palms down. Really try to ground your palms because you're trying to experience the feeling of what it's like. So holding here, just hold here a few breaths. Make sure your elbows are midline and not splitting out to the side. And keep pressing into your palms. Now we're just gonna lift the hips up. So like we're doing bridge, but we have the hands on the blocks. We're gonna hold for 5 breaths. Keep lifting your hip bones up towards the sky. Pressing into your palms. And drop the hips down. We'll finish the exhalation, take 1 inhalation. Exhale, ground your hands and your feet. The next inhale will take you up 5 breaths. And we'll come down. So you can do the same thing for the third one, it's just your hands on the blocks like we did. Next one, option to try to come up. So let me demonstrate first so you can see what it looks like. It's important for your neck and your head so you don't hurt yourself. So the hands come on the ground. So again, your wrist, elbows, and shoulders. Your elbows aren't splaying to the side. Your elbows need to be midline, very important. So you're gonna ground your hands and your feet, and then you lift your hips up first like we just did, and then you press your hands, and when you press your hands you lift your head up. You see, I'm pressing my hands, I lift my head up, and then I bring the back of my head onto the floor and I hold here, and you can adjust your hands here or just stay here 5 breaths. Okay, when you're here to come down, you press your hands and you bring your chin to your chest and you come down. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate it one more time so you can see it. I really don't want anyone to get any injuries doing this. So only if you're very comfortable and you have the upper body strength, all right? So you're grounding your palms down, wrists under elbows, and then you lift your hips up first. And then you, on the inhale, you press your hands and bring the top of your head to the floor. and stay here, 5 breaths. And you're lifting the shoulders away from the ears, grounding your hands. To come down, you press your hands, lift your head, bring your chin to your chest, and you come down to the floor. All right? So that's the other version. So you can do the version with the blocks, or we'll do the version with the head on the floor. So find your variation. We're gonna exhale, press your hands and feet. Inhale, lift your hips. You can also stay here with your hands on the floor. Or if you're comfortable, lift your head, top of the head to the floor. Hold here 5 breaths. Pressing into your feet, lifting your hips. Low ribs down, engaging the core. And then you're going to press your hands, chin to chest, and come down to the floor. All right. Just take a moment, couple breaths, let your knees fall in towards each other, couple breaths here. And we're going to come up to seated for Paschimottanasana, the counter pose. So extend the legs. Your variation, Paschimottanasana A, B, or C, for 6, 7 breaths. Tracking every part of the breath and slowing down the practice now. We're going to finish the next exhale. We're going to inhale, head up, straight arms. Exhale, release the pose. We're going to cross the legs, vinyasa. So press your hands, bring your chest forward, lift your hips. Pull your feet through the hands, jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. Going to Matsyasana, fish pose before Shavasana. So we're gonna jump across your ankles. Keep pulling your feet through the hands, hips off the floor, and then coming down. So Matsyasana, fish pose. We did it last week with our legs crossed. So we're gonna work on half lotus today. It's actually great to work on half lotus on your back because there's much less, it's easier on your hip and your knee. So we're gonna come down and we're gonna start with the right foot. You're gonna cup your right ankle with your hands. Your left knee is gonna be bent. And see if you can bring your right heel towards your navel. So you can just do that for today. Next option, bring the heel, the pinky edge of the right foot into the crease of your left thigh. And then drop your knee forward. Just see how that feels. We're just gonna hold here 2 more, 3 more breaths. And we're not forcing anything. You shouldn't feel anything in your knee. If you feel any twinge in your knee to come out of the pose, you're not quite ready for lotus yet. And then we're gonna switch. So release the right foot down, right knee bent. We're gonna go to the left side. So cup your left ankle, and we're gonna bring the pinky edge of the foot. Option 1, heel towards your navel first. If that's comfortable, then bring the pinky edge of your left foot towards the right crease of your thigh. And then let your knee relax. Holding here 3 breaths. Okay, and then we'll release. So now we're gonna try with both feet. And make sure you're not forcing anything. You're just gonna see where you're at in your practice. That's all. You're just observing your body. So If you were just bringing your heel towards your navel, we'll do that again on the right side. Just bring your heel towards the navel. If you were comfortable with the edge of your foot in the crease of the left inner thigh, then go to that place. And then from here, see if you can grab your left ankle, cup your left ankle. So you may just stay here for today, just cupping your left ankle. If you're comfortable, maybe you're gonna pull the left heel in towards the crease of the right top of the thigh. And then keep your knees up here today, holding here. And you shouldn't feel anything at all in your knees. So a couple more breaths. Now, if you're very comfortable here with your feet in lotus, all you need to do from here is drop your knees down, and we can go to Matsyasana with your feet in lotus today. If you are not comfortable, if you have any twinge in your knee, come out of the pose and just come to an easy cross-legged pose like we did last week, last video for Matsyasana, all right? And then you'll bring your hands underneath the upper thighs and then walk your shoulder blades in towards the spine. You're gonna press your elbows into the floor, exhale, then inhale, lift your head up and bring the back of your head to the floor. 8 breaths here. So really try to be conscious with every part of the breath as we slow down, dropping in deeper and deeper into the awareness of the body. Keep pulling the shoulders down and away from the ears and together towards the spine. One more breath. We're going to finish the exhale. On the inhale, press your elbows, lift your head up, chin to chest, and then you're going to come down, release your legs, and we'll just go to Shavasana from here. So allow yourself to drop down, palms to the sky. Release the Ujjayi breath. Close your eyes. Allow this time, about 3-4 minutes, for rest, absorbing the practice. We'll bring the awareness back into the space, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Inhale the hands up and over the head, feet together. And we'll turn onto the side. Coming up to seated, to easy cross-legged pose. We're going to chant the closing yoga mantra. So hands to Namaskar Mudra. We're going to finish the exhale and inhale to Om. Swasti Pajabhyaha Padipadayantam Nayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Go Brahmanyaha Shubhamastu Nityam Lokaha Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope this was a beneficial class for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.